Hey guys, Valentine's Day is almost here, so I thought I'd do something fun while developing my practical coding skills. This is not going to be a tutorial, just me sharing my process and documenting my learning journey. This is going to be a very basic code and learn together situation because, as you guys might have seen from my previous videos, I'm pretty new to this whole front-end development thing. The goal today is to build something cute and interactive that you can send to someone special to ask them to be your Valentine. Here's the project vision. Also, I don't take credit for this idea. I saw a bunch of TikToks of different creators doing their own version of this project. I love their projects and wanted to add my own flair to it, all while being able to practice my coding skills and being able to share that with you guys. All right, let's do it.
AAA credits are right. Hang up the phone.
I'm starting off this project with a quick mock-up in Figma. I used Figma in my UX class in college, but it's been a minute. I'm kind of just going for it since this is a pretty basic project and I mostly just want a blueprint for myself to follow. For all the designers out there, do you guys have any tips? Just like general advice for this? Let me know in the comments. But for now, this is gonna have to do. I just finished the very basic prototype and she's something. It's pretty ugly, but Togepi makes it a lot cuter. Let me show you guys what I have. It's gonna be the GIF, question, and then buttons. No. Are you sure? Pookie, please! And then after clicking this, it's just gonna keep on growing until, yes! Yay! I had like two versions of this planned. One is what you guys saw, so like every time you click the button, the yes button grows and the no button shrinks and a different message pops up along with a different GIF. So after like maybe 4 or 5 photos, the GIF will stay the same, but the button will just keep on like growing smaller and smaller until like you just like can't click the no button because obviously they want to be your Valentine. That's version 1. So version 2, whenever you press the no button, it's just gonna show up somewhere random on the screen. So it's just like you just keep on chasing the no button and you do that until forever, unless you click the yes button, which then it'll bring you to the celebration page again. All right, let's code. I'm gonna do this project in raw HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. I'm still very new to front-end development, and I personally don't think I'm ready for frameworks yet. Plus, I want to make sure I fully understand the basics. I've actually tried jumping straight into React before, but I struggled quite a bit. Right now, I'm working on the HTML, which just consists of an image, some text, and 2 buttons. So, fun part, finding cute GIFs. I have this one of Togepi's, Togepi. I actually don't even know what's happening here. There are like hearts coming out of his mouth. We'll call this Togepi Love. And I want like another cute one. Or not cute. They're all cute. But I want like another happy one. Togepi Happy GIF. He's naked! Is this allowed? Let's save this one. Togepi Happy. Okay, I need some sad Togepi now. Oh, this is so sad. No! Oh my god. He's so cute. Oh, these are so sad. Okay, and I saw one earlier with Togepi and Pikachu. Sorry, not me looking at Toyoga. Togepi. Pikachu. Yes, this was one I saw earlier. This is so cute. Nice. Okay, I think I'm gonna style the HTML first and then move on to the logic. This is my first time using like just JavaScript in a project. Also, side note, I feel like my actual coding speed is very slow. Like actually like writing out what I need to. Do you guys have any tips for that? Like, are there any cool shortcuts or tools you use? Because I feel like I'm always like pressing the arrow key, going back, like copying things to indent them, and I'm sure there's some extension or something, but like if you guys have a favorite extension or favorite tools or anything, feel free to drop them in the comments and share with everyone here. Thank you! Okay, let's continue.
Just like the mystery. Sabes que no has visto lo mejor de mí.
Added a linear gradient so that it's like white to pink, and I actually think it looks quite nice. I also made the buttons a little bit bigger and darkened the colors a little bit. I'm pretty happy with how it looks. except for the font. I asked Copilot to see if it had any recommendations for like fonts with a cutesy vibe. The very first recommendation was Comic Sans. Like, respectfully, Copilot, no. So I'm gonna try to find a font that I like, but I'm really bad at fonts. So for my personal website, I did create a font out of my handwriting, but I don't know if that's the vibe I'm going for. But also, it's a Valentine's card, so I actually feel like maybe using a handwritten font would be kind of cute. Maybe I'll go for it and see what it looks like. Do you guys have any favorite fonts or font recommendations? Because I end up using Times New Roman and Poppins for like everything, so let me know. So I'm gonna do the font, and then we're gonna do the JavaScript. But also, it's 3 p.m. and I have volleyball later, so I might migrate to a coffee shop near where I'm playing volleyball and then continue there.
When you smile and it feels so good, I just can't hide. I wanna hold your hand, but it get too shy. Just me and you. What should I do? I used to be so quiet, like a flower on your wall, and everything around you made me feel like I was small.
Now I'm working on the JavaScript, and at a high level, this is what I'm trying to do. I have an array of messages and another array of GIFs, and the messages and GIFs change based on how many times the no button has been clicked. I have a max no clicks value and a counter that keeps track of the no clicks. And after hitting the max number of clicks, we'll just cycle through the messages and GIFs. My GIFs weren't showing up for some reason though, but turns out I'm just dumb and wrote the wrong file path. So I fixed that and got my GIFs updating correctly. I also added in the button resizing so the no button shrinks when it's pressed, but it looked really wonky, so this is something I'm gonna have to fix later. So I only had like half an hour to work on this, but I got my buttons working, which is really exciting. When you click it, I have the image and the text on the button changing, which I know it's really simple, but yay! So I'm off to volleyball, but when I'm home, I'm gonna work on resizing the buttons and making sure the text doesn't look too wonky. Oh, I still have to figure out growing the size of the S button. I don't know how to do that yet, but we'll learn. Okay, I'm gonna go to volleyball and then finish the rest at home. I'm home, I just finished showering, I'm ready to get back to work. I have my no button shrinking, but it's not shrinking on the first click, which is kind of weird. Like it only starts shrinking after the other clicks. Oh, damn. How I have the logic is if the number of clicks is less than that max number, first it changes the picture and the text on the button, and then I have the whole button scaling down in size. Then I increment the number of clicks. It's like weird why it's not working for that first click, so I'm trying to figure that out right now. It's probably something really dumb, but yeah, that's what I'm working on now. I also need to make the yes button grow bigger. All right, let's do it. Okay, so it turns out I'm just dumb. So I'm resizing the button by using a transform, and I'm using a scale factor to decrease it. And the way I calculate the scale factor is 1 minus the number of clicks times like 0.1 or 0.2. I need to play around with the sizing a little bit, but I start the count of the number of clicks at 0. So the first time I click it, it's 1 minus 0, which is 1, so there's no change. That was kind of dumb. It's working now. Something just looks a little off about it though. I still need to figure out how to not have the yes button just like go over everything and instead maybe like move off to the side or like grow downward instead. I'm not quite sure how to do that though. Or maybe I just like won't have it growing this big. But I do think it's kind of funny having the button so big, like the entire screen pretty much. I think it's pretty funny. Guys, it's finally done. As per usual, this took a little longer than I thought it was gonna take. I'm actually pretty happy with it. Like, I think it's pretty cute. We start off with Togepi asking you to be their Valentine. I'm gonna say no. Sorry, Togepi. The no button shrinks while the yes button grows, and after a few times you can see these messages are kind of just cycling through. Maybe I'll add more messages to make it a little bit more exciting, but I think this is good for now. I also have the button only shrinking to a certain size because I don't want it to get like so small to the point where you can't read what's on the button. I also have the yes button growing. This was a little bit tricky to like get the sizing right because I don't want it to block anything, so I had to make it grow like downward and leftward instead of just where it was, because then it would cover everything. And also I didn't want it to get big to the point where it's like off the screen, so I actually have to figure out a way to make this responsive. But yeah, that was a little bit tricky. So that's the progress. I like it. I think it's cute. It's like silly. Oh, and I didn't even show you guys what happens after clicking the yes button. It just brings you to another page that says thanks for being my Valentine. And I still want to do the version where it's like if you click the button it disappears and then shows up somewhere else, and I'm just gonna use what I currently have. I also want to figure out a way to make this shareable. I need to figure that out still, because I want to make sure I can get an actual like shareable link so that they can actually interact with it. So those are my 2 next tasks, but I'm gonna do them horizontal in my bed because I'm really tired. But yeah, that's the progress. Yay! And finally, I'm trying to figure out a way to get a shareable link for this project. I'm personally going to send it to my boyfriend and my friends because I think it's kind of silly. I'm using Code Sandbox to generate the link, and right now I'm just copying over my code. If you're curious about this project, feel free to check out the link in the description. I'm so tired, but thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and please let me know if you end up sending this to your someone special, and you must let me know what they say. They're probably gonna say yes because we don't give them another option. Alright guys, I'm gonna sign off for the night and get some sleep. Happy Valentine's Day. Good night.